Hey, good morning. Hope you're doing great. As you can see, it's chilly outside, so we put in a fun background. So I hope you enjoy this video. Hey, the reason why you're watching this video is because we really want you to be part of our team, which is a good thing, right? Congratulations. But we also want to make sure that you're very successful, right? And the success parameters have changed in the last 5 years. So if you watch some of their other videos, you know what I'm talking about, right? If you had an NMLS and a Pulse, any company would hire you in the last 5 years. It was super easy to be a loan officer. Loans were everywhere, right? The amount of loan officers was like this, and the amount of demand was up there because everybody was at a 5% interest rate, and you could walk up to anybody at Kroger or Walmart and say, "Hey, you want to refinance?" And they'd be like, "Sure." Purchase market was good. There were more homes on the market. Everybody was buying houses, right? Very, very easy. But now, the refis have all but dried up. Refinances are down like 83%, right? So the demand has gone down like this, right? And because it was so easy to be a loan officer, if you had a pulse and were mildly intelligent, you've been making six figures all this time, right? And so the number of loan officers grew like this. It's crazy. But one thing that I've noticed about the loan officers that are coming into our business is they don't have a plan and they don't have a strategy, which kind of brings me to my next point, right? So you're getting new into this business. You're watching this video because you're brand new, or you don't have a big pipeline, or you're transitioning from being solely refinanced into this new purchase market. And I've been a purchase guy for 20 years, and I love it, right? There's been ups, there's been downs. Everybody's heard about 2008, but let's be honest, the reason why I've been in it for 20 years is because purchase is the steady Eddie place to be. It always has been, always will be. Refis are great icing on the cake, but there are too many companies, too many individuals, too many everything that rely on that as a bread and butter. And that is dried up. That's why you see those companies that were hiring all the loan officers that had a pulse, they're now going out of business. They're laying people off. There was a news story a couple weeks ago about some company that laid off 900 people at one time on a Zoom call. So that is messed up, right? So that's what the industry looks like right now at the time that I'm shooting this video. So we wanna prep you and put you into a better spot. So what we'd like to do is we'd like to offer you this opportunity with our partner group called the Heading Marketing Group. They're an absolutely fantastic group that are going to prep you to be an amazing loan officer. It's tough, right? There is a lot that goes into it because they are prepping you for greatness. So at this point in your career, there's really kind of two routes that I would recommend going, right? You can go to a local bank. They'll give you a little salary. They'll pay you a little bit of commission usually off of all the loans that you do, and it's a slow kind of like a lethargic kind of approach to your career growth. And that is amazing for anybody who wants to be an employee and want to have a very long, slow, methodical approach to their career. If you want to be an entrepreneur, then the Head of Marketing Group is the route to go, right? If you are high level, you got a lot of hustle and you're not afraid, you're brave, then the Head of Marketing Group is the better route to go. So let's talk a little bit about that. What are you going to be doing? Basically, your first 90 days at least are going to be mastering the art of conversation. So you're going to be making a ton of phone calls. And unlike the banks, you're not going to have a ton of managers telling you what to do. You're going to watch videos like this and execute, right? And then you're going to learn from your own call recordings. You can listen to all of your call recordings and you're going to learn and execute. You'll be able to listen to other people's recordings, learn and execute, right? So you got to be willing to make the calls and able to turn those calls into applications. You got to be willing to fill out your greatness tracker and able to turn those activities into clients, right? So you have to be willing and able. Most people in today's society aren't even willing. So you beat them at the first punch. Most people are like, oh, phone call, pass, right? And that's why there's so many people who have done amazingly well at being a loan officer for the last 5 years, and now they're back working at Pizza Hut or selling gym memberships or something like that, right? So there's a lot of that going on right now. A lot of people are like, hey, I don't like making phone calls. I don't like having a plan. I don't like filling out a greatness tracker. And they're going back to the industry that they came from. That's great news for you because that's your competition. They jumped in while things were easy and now they're jumping back out. So you'll have less competition. So this is a huge opportunity for you. If you're proactive, you're good at learning on your own, nobody's going to handhold you through all this stuff. If you're like, how do I turn on a computer again? Not the career path for you, right? You got to be proactive. You got to learn it on your own. So Head of Marketing Group not only teaches you what it takes to be a good loan officer, it teaches you how to be a good functioning member of our society, somebody who's smart enough to figure it out. You got to be smart to work at this role. If you're not smart, and that's okay, going to a job where somebody's going to be, telling you what to do and cracking the whip over your head every day and doing your own schedule, isn't something that they offer, right? They're going to tell you exactly what to do and how to do it, and they're going to run your life. On our side, you're an entrepreneur. The person in your mirror tells you what you're going to do today. The person in your mirror determines how much you're going to make. The person in your mirror determines what your life is going to look like. The person in the mirror tells you when you can go on vacation and not. I'm not going to be your boss. Drew, who runs the Head Marketing Group, isn't going to be your boss. You are your own boss. We'll give you the tools that you need to be successful. You'll have the tools. You'll have the resources. But it's up to you to be willing to do the work and have the ability to execute. If you go the route with the Head of Marketing Group and then later on to being a high producing loan officer with us, you are the master of your destiny. And it's not easy. Nothing good is ever easy. You know that from watching my other videos, right? So it's not the easy route to take. Going to the bank, easy route to take. It's going to be really slow. It's going to be lethargic. Easy route, right? But those people wake up in 20, 30 years and they're like, crap, I got to ask my boss to take a day off. I got to punch in a code to take a leap. I know because I was there. I was that person, right? I'm not making fun of those people. I worked at the bank for a long time, right? I know what it's like. You got to ask for permission and forgiveness on everything, right? Oh, and I got away from that side to be more the entrepreneurial side. Yes, there's a lot more risk on an entrepreneurial side, but you are in control. You are in control, and I would never, ever, 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 ever let anybody else control my destiny ever again. Like, I'm going to be an entrepreneur forever because of this, right? So as you can tell, my phone doesn't even stop ringing, even though I thought I put it on silent. It never stops. I'm an entrepreneur. Business is always going. It never, ever, 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 ever stops. And that is a really, really good thing for you because that means it gets you to that next level that much faster. So the next step is we're going to put you in touch with Drew Hennon. There's probably a link or an email associated to it on this video. Reach out to Drew, say, hey, I would be part of the Head Marketing Group. Get me signed up on the phones. And the phones are really going to be your determining factor as to how much success you have. You're going to set your own schedule with Drew's assistance, right? You're going to set your own schedule. You're going to do your own training. You're going to do everything on your own because it teaches you to be independent. And that is the most important thing by far, is to be independent. And that's what you're going to need to be a successful loan officer. You're not going to be a good loan officer unless you can be independent. So hopefully you got a lot from this video. If you have any questions, comments, criticisms, or witticisms, let me know. And hopefully your phone will start ringing as much as my phone, because that means that you're in business. So thank you so much for watching the video today. I will see you soon.